Mm-hmm.
We're live! Sideways! Coming at you sideways today.
If this doesn't work for you, let us know.
And we'll switch it back. Maybe.
But we feel like this will work. You just have to turn your phone.
Yeah. Hi everyone. Welcome to Goody Tutus. I lost it. I'm only like halfway through my cup of coffee today. You do it.
Goody Tutus live on Wednesday. It is Wednesday, correct?
It is.
We missed last week.
Yeah. Sorry everyone, we missed last week. Last week we worked like 5 weeks worth of stuff in 1 week.
There was no time for extra. Nothing.
There was no time for sleep.
There was no time for rallying and making a fun video.
I'm so sorry. We missed you last week. Sorry. But we're glad to be back this week. And the subject of today, you can see today we're in our tutus. And we're going to talk about something near and dear to our hearts. No, we're not. We're going to talk about getting tutu shamed. That's right. Tutu shamed. We're going to talk about it. What do you think about this subject?
I think it sucks.
It sucks. So we're going to talk about it. So we decided to wear our tutus. Actually, the entire outfit we were wearing when we got tutu shamed, we decided we would put it on while we talk about it.
Well, and this is the most recent case of shaming.
Right.
I mean, it's not like there have never been issues before.
Right. Pause. Gonna mess with the dog.
The dog.
We're at my house, and she has problems with rocks.
She likes to eat them.
Yeah.
But she doesn't eat them. She plays with them.
She chews on them. So I'm just gonna, you stay over there. I'm just gonna hold on to this, otherwise she's gonna make noise the whole time. So anyway, sorry.
So I know what the problem is. The problem is that if someone wants to ask a question,
hi. You see us do this.
That's
we're
why we
looking at
need
your
the
board.
tablet up there so we can see the questions.
True. Straight
we
questions.
can watch ourselves.
All right, so today's subject matter, getting tutu shamed. This obviously applies to us wearing our tutus, but we wanted to talk about this because we feel like it kind of applies to business in general. Small businesses, particularly in our line of work, we find there's a lot of competitive nature out there. There's a lot of like, I don't know, sometimes it can be a little like dog eat dog and, you know, every man for themselves type situation. So, yeah. If you guys have any thoughts about this, feel free to pipe in and we'll do one of these. Hi. Hi.
Can you see okay? Can you answer that? Like, let us know if you can see us okay or if it's weird and we should switch back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, it's really strange how people in this field just don't, it's like when they start out for sure. They don't know how to handle other people doing similar things
right.
to them. You know, they're like I want to be the only one who makes cookies.
Right. Or the only one who makes wedding cakes, which is just completely unrealistic because we live in the Phoenix area and there are millions and millions of people and so many towns just backed up right next to each other that it would be impossible to think you're the only one who offers what you make. And that just kind of applies to anything and everything in general. You know, you can look up 100 different plumbers in our area and
The photographers,
yeah, there's a lot of them. So the point of today is kind of, we're going to share what happened to us. We aren't going to share names because we don't want to play that game. So don't ask because we're not going to say who did it.
We aren't sure if they follow us. We aren't sure if they've heard of us. Because sometimes that happens too. Like, somebody will be doing wedding tastings, for example, and they'll hear, oh, I just had one with Inspired Sugar 4 times. And suddenly we're on their radar and sometimes get a nasty message or, you know, they've said something mean to a client of ours that gets back to us. And that's just silly.
It's just silly. There's so much business to go around. And I know that it's tempting particularly when you're first starting out, it's tempting to feel like you have to put others down in order to make it seem like you offer something new and something better. But the truth is, if you're proud of your product, let your product speak for itself. Let your work show, and let that be enough. There truly is no reason in the world that anyone should have to put down someone else's business in order for theirs to get ahead. I feel like that's something that, is common knowledge, but it's not always something that's a common practice. And it takes discipline, I think.
And it's one of those things, too, where everybody's putting out this stuff, especially about women-owned businesses, that we lift each other up. Well, let's see some of that. Yeah. Like, there's no reason for us to say, oh, I don't like them, or I don't like them, or whatever, just out of jealousy or wanting to try to bring yourself up and make yourself seem like a bigger deal. Like, there's no point. You actually do better if you're nice to each other, and we like to refer people to other people when we can't help them. We hate not being able to help people, but we can't take everyone. So if we have some names to give out, we feel a lot better about saying, I'm sorry, we're full this week, but check out whoever,
Right. So basically what happened was we were at an event recently, and when we go to networking events, what we do is we will go around, and the point of the networking event is to, meet the other vendors, especially if it's someone we haven't met before. Like, we're on it. We want to know who you are. We want to try your product so that we can all encourage each other, and so that, like Bonnie said, we can refer people to you even if we are in a somewhat competing market. It doesn't matter. We can't do everything, and your product is going to be different than ours, and you might have a better match for someone than we will sometimes. So
even locations, it's such a broad range where we are. There's just, even if you weren't in a large area, that would be fine. But people who are an hour away are still considered Phoenix, and we don't want to do that. It's just easier, if we can refer them to somebody who's close to them. If they do a good job on their order, they're going to have like a client after that. And we have enough in our area, so we don't we don't travel too far.
Right.
We have some people who come from far, but we have to meet them part way. And
So essentially what happened was we were at this networking event and went over to another booth to introduce ourselves.
Thank you. Rebecca, can you see okay? Because nobody's answering. Is this weird?
Yeah, sorry, it's weird today. We're going sideways.
We're just trying to do something
Trying to
different.
see if it worked better. So we're talking about, if you guys just got on, we're talking about going to a networking event recently and being tutu shamed. So we're about to share kind of what happened.
We were saying this is the outfit we wore.
Yeah, you can see. Done with that. Okay. All right.
Oh, you made it fuzzy. There you go.
Oh, sorry. It was like trying to focus on too many things. There's too much going on. There's too much to do.
Focus.
All right. So we're at the event. We're wearing our tutus.
We set up our table.
Yep.
Talk to some people.
Yep. Talking to. We've been doing this particular event for This was our 7th year, right?
7 or 8.
So, I don't know. 7 or 8. So many years. Like, this is our favorite party of the year. We love going to it. This is what we do. Sorry, the dog's still on the rock again. So we wandered around, and we took a break from our station for a minute to go meet some other folks. And I don't know how too detailed about this, because like you said, we're not going to share the name of the company who tutu shamed us, but we do want to talk about it because we feel like it's important. So we walked over there and essentially said hello, introduced ourselves. We're Inspired Sugar. We're right over there. What do you guys have? We were looking at their product. They looked beautiful and delicious. And something really weird happened.
Yeah. There were 2 girls, and one was really nice. She was quiet, didn't say too much. She seemed like she might have been a little stressed.
Yeah, and she did say, I saw you guys on Sugar Rush, and we were like, oh, thank you, that's great.
Yeah. The other one was not in a good mood, and I was trying to remember what the first thing she said was.
I don't know, but it was immediately...
She was very hostile right away.
Hostile?
Yeah,
which is
like,
weird.
Not nice at all.
Like, stink-eyeing us, like...
Yeah.
I mean, we were getting, straight up faces.
I think when you said, what do you guys had, she said... Well, I don't know if I want to say. Well, it doesn't matter. She said, only the best cookies around, or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, we have the best cookies. And then right after that, she said, I think we talked to the other girl for a second, or maybe she said the Sugar Rush thing. And then she said, what do tutus have to do with your business?
Yeah.
Or what does your outfit have to do with your business?
What's up with the tutus? What's that have to do with your business? And I think both of us were immediately like...
Yeah, for sure. I was like, what?
Like, what?
Are you seriously coming at me right now?
Yeah.
For my clothes?
Well, like, and I took a moment, and in my head I was like, I'm getting mean girled right now. Oh my gosh, like, flashbacks, which I didn't really get mean girled in high school, because Gilbert High, full of lots of nice people. Anyways, but it was like one of those moments where I was like, is this happening? Like, what?
I think I was just in shock. It took me a minute for my brain to be like, what is going on? I don't understand what's going on.
Yeah, I haven't had someone like openly dislike me immediately so quickly. I mean, if you don't like me, that's fine. But, you know,
we usually don't go up to people and say, gosh, I really just don't like you. And basically that's what she did.
What happened. Yeah.
You know, like you don't walk up to people and go, I just hate how you look.
Yeah.
Why are you doing that? I don't know anything about you. I don't know you personally. I don't know you. I know you have a business across the room, and I just don't like you.
Yeah. So, needless to say, we were both sitting there just kind of in shock, not really sure what to do. Sorry, let me turn off the phone here.
Someone's not prepared today.
Oh! I just want to keep showing my tutu. Get up 5 times.
Yeah. Was there anything else that she said? I think we were just like...
There were several comments about what's that have to do with your business.
What does that have to do with this?
And a lot of like mean face.
Why would you do that? Like it just doesn't. It doesn't make any sense.
And we tried to explain. It's just kind of our thing. So
we just have fun.
Note,
we like to dress up.
If you don't know this, you're tuning into Goody Tutus. There's a reason. We just like it's kind of our thing. And you know, when you have a business. You have to do things to get recognized and for people to like know who you are. We do.
We just like to do it. So if there's a theme to a networking event that we're going to, we dress up and we make our table match the theme, and we try to make our outfits match the theme, and we just try to have fun with it.
And for us, it's a way of being consistent with our brand, and people recognize us when we go places. So. If you see us in pink tutus, you're going to go, oh, that's Inspired Sugar. They have the best snickerdoodle cupcakes around. So that's something that, particularly with this event, we have every year. That's, you know, at least the last several years. That's what we've been doing. So
there's someone who went to... Rebecca went to Gilbert? I didn't know.
Oh, cool.
Hi.
Sorry.
I know. I'm trying to read the questions. There's another one. Here, you read that one.
I can't have my glasses on. I mean, it's cool and stuff. Probably acceptable to wear tutus. Ooh, I like your style, Beth W.
I wish it was socially acceptable.
I think it is
to wear tutus.
You wear what you want.
I know.
I totally think it is.
Yeah,
especially now because the 80s are coming back.
Yeah, like tutus and leggings. I'm all about it.
Mm-hmm.
So, when we go to events, we like to dress up. We like to wear tutus.
Cool.
You know, we hashtag Team Tutu to everything because
that's the reason we, you know, people chose names for this. I almost said podcast for the live videos based on tutus and yeah.
So, anyways, that's just there's not like a deep, meaningful reason behind why we wear tutus.
We don't wear tutus in the kitchen. So no, it doesn't have anything to do with baking.
No. We just, when we go out, it's just our preferred method of clothing.
We have several.
So many.
And we often put, I guess, is it crinoline?
Yeah.
The skirts under our skirts. If we need extra poof. Not the tutus, but like regular skirts.
And and I think it's something, you know, we are all, I realize that how we present ourselves is, you know, particularly on first impressions. And our first impression, hopefully, to other people when they see us would say, these are two goofy ladies who don't take life too seriously, who enjoy what they do and are having fun together. And
yes, but I mean, we're serious about our business.
We're
so
serious
I feel like
about,
people know that.
Yeah,
We still
and
wanna
as soon
have
as
fun.
you try our product, or so particularly like when we are at our space. So our space at this particular event we set it up very clean. We make it clear. The whole presentation also matches with what we're wearing. So even if we're, walking around the room meeting other people, they'll still see us and say, "Oh, that's Inspired Sugar. Did you see their booth over there?
Right.
We tried their stuff." And that is the point. The point of going to events like networking events, because like last week was nuts, and it would have been great for us to take the night off and not to make, dessert for 300 people. But we like going to events. We like doing things like that. And so
we've kind of cut down on the amount we do. We don't do. There's several groups that have networking events every month, and we don't do those anymore because we're busier and we just don't. It's just
too much.
It's too much.
So
this one's once a year.
Yeah, once a year, and it's always really fun. And something to consider, we're talking about this again because, this kind of tutu shaming, this immediate, visceral reaction to us as people and as business owners kind of happened with someone, and it was really shocking to us because we just can't imagine why someone would feel like that, particularly when we had never met them before. So we did, just to kind of wrap up the story, there's no super duper happy ending, but we walked away and both of us, our faces were just kind of in shock as to why someone would be so mean to us without having ever met us. So we walked back to our station and kind of said, that was weird. What could we possibly have done to them to make them dislike us so much? And a few minutes later, one of them walked by and she was like, "You go ask her what we did."
Well, the nicer one walked by. And I actually dared her to go. I triple dog dared her to go.
She's like, "You need to go say something." And I was like, "All right." And so I stopped her when she was walking by and I just said, "Excuse me, did we do something to offend you or your partner? What did we do?" And I think it was really good that Bonnie kind of pushed me in a joking way, with the triple dog dare.
I was serious.
She was serious because it needed to happen. We needed to know if there had been some misunderstanding. But the good thing was, the girl looked at me and she's like, "No, we're just really stressed. It wasn't you." And which obviously made us feel better because we're like, well,
yeah.
Could have done.
She was like, "I don't know why she did that. We're just stressed out."
Yeah.
I think she said it was their first event.
Mm-hmm.
So
obviously it was good for us to know that there was more behind the story and to not read into it because in life in general, reading into things often causes problems. So, we talked to her, and then a little bit later, the other one came over to our table and halfway apologized, but
sort of apologized.
Sort of. And I could, at that point, it's just kind of awkward, and you just let it go. But the point of the story was
well, the point is just don't do that. There's no reason to be competitive, nasty, jealous with people that you may come in contact with again.
Right.
They don't do exactly what we do. They're similar products, they do cookies.
Yeah, they're in the dessert market.
But they're not like ours at all. And even on that level, even if they were exactly what we do, there's no reason for it. Yeah. But they weren't. So they really didn't have a reason to act that way.
Yeah. So, again, I guess the moral of the story is...
Well, I feel like we like everybody. That's our story. We like everybody.
Yeah.
Unless you're mean to us, and then we just decide we don't like you anymore.
Yeah, and it's not like... like we said, we're not going to go around trashing them. We're just going to wish them the best for their business and hope that maybe next time, if we meet them somewhere else or if they meet, another, competitor in the future, that they will realize that there is a lot of business. And, it's hard when you're first building your business not to feel like you have to go get it all because you want to get there. And there's a little bit of that like needing to pay your dues because we've been doing this a long time. We are where we are because we've been doing this a really long time. And we've been working hard and like nothing's been handed to us. And we certainly haven't chosen, like I feel like if you choose the nasty route, if you choose to be mean, if you choose to cheat, if you choose to put others down, it's gonna come back around to you. So choose kindness, choose to be nice, choose to let the goofballs walking by in their tutus, you just say, hey, looks like you're having a good time. Because also, you don't know. Like, you have that girl had no idea what was going on with us. You know, she didn't know that I was really struggling that night. That I was on the verge of tears all night. She didn't know that. And there's no reason why anyone would. And occasionally, you know, sometimes you have to choose to put on your pink tutu and have a good time and laugh and smile even when it's a really rough day and you don't want to, even though you're struggling with memories and, you know, personal issues. Like, we all have that. We all come with that. And so, you know, you just never know. You just never know how looking at someone and saying, you know, what's with the tutus and giving us a face and telling us that essentially we look stupid, you don't know that you're already piling on top of someone's already kind of rough day. So keep it in mind, man. Keep it in mind. And yeah, I'm just gonna choose to be nice.
Well, and I think too, it's important. I think it's important for us to remember too. Like, it's not like this has never happened before.
No,
it's happened, and more with cake businesses.
Yeah,
there are several larger cake businesses in the valley that haven't been very nice to us, which doesn't make them endearing to us. We don't like them. I don't care for them. Like, I don't want to have anything to do with them after the way that they've acted. But even for them, being a larger business, being worried about a smaller business is a little ridiculous. Yeah. You know, it's just silly. And you're going to always do better in life if you're kind. Mm-hmm. You know, you're going to work together better. It just doesn't make any sense to cause people to dislike you or to make enemies.
Right. And we realize, and we're not saying everyone has to like us. We're not saying everyone has to get the
Probably
tutu
some
thing.
people don't like us.
There's plenty of
people.
people.
People are super annoyed by the fact that we're here talking in tutus.
Yeah. I mean, there's people who watched us on Sugar Rush and were like, they were annoying. I don't care. But
I didn't rate any of that.
But the point is, I would never look at someone, even if they were annoying to me, and say it to their face. So don't say it to their face. Keep it to yourself and choose to wish someone the best, even like after this situation, you know, even though the person hurt our feelings. Because tutus have feelings too. Tutus have feelings. You know, we're going to choose to be kind the next time we see them, and we're going to choose not to mention their names or business or anything like that. So, yeah. I don't know. All in all, this, we find that the cake and cookie world can be very competitive. You know, caterers, the wedding world, all of that.
But especially in person.
Yeah.
Because I find that people are way more helpful online when you don't have any direct, you're not really in competition.
Right.
So if somebody has a question, nobody minds answering it. Mm-hmm. But I find that we generally try to answer questions even if people are local. Mm-hmm. Like, it's not a big deal. I mean, obviously we're not handing out all of our recipes and information and how we do things, because that's been a process in figuring out, and everybody has to figure that stuff out themselves anyways. But in general, we answer questions and we don't have any issues with that. So I really feel like it's mostly when they feel like they're on the local level that they start feeling a little more competitive and don't want to share. Just share.
Sharing is caring, folks. It's like, go back to like elementary school rules. Be nice.
Well, isn't that
say nice things to
That's
others.
also the ISIS Cake Convention. That's their tagline.
Oh, really? Yeah. I think I knew that. So, anyways, thanks for tuning in today. We're going to wrap it up. If you have any questions about how to be nice to others,
we're gonna make big shirts. Our next shirt's gonna say "Be kind."
Yeah.
On the front, "Be kind." On the back, we'll never stop making pink cakes.
We'll never stop wearing pink tutus. That's what we're gonna say.
That's
So,
funny.
yeah.
Let us know if you have questions or
Thoughts.
topics we should talk about, because we obviously handle that very well.
Oh, yeah. No, it wasn't like we did it perfect.
No, we
by
didn't.
all
Obviously
means,
so.
It rattled us more than I'm sure they knew. Because anytime someone outwardly dislikes you in a strong manner, that's hard to deal with. You're like, why do you dislike me so much? What did I do to you?
Is that for you?
Hey.
Be kind, rewind. Thanks. That's awesome. I love that. I would like to have a Blockbuster video just so I could walk in there and take pictures. Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah. What did I say? I saw the Captain Marvel preview and there's Blockbuster in there. I think she falls into it.
Oh. Well, I looked, this is totally off topic, but there was something on the news or something one day, and there's a couple of Blockbuster videos.
Yeah, like Alaska or something?
There's a couple of them, yeah.
Yeah. And they sent some stuff. That's cool. Be kind, everyone. So,
that's funny.
All right, well, have a good rest of your week, you guys.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching.
Our
We're going to
silliness.
get ready for our week, and we're having a bunko night tomorrow. Hey, who plays bunko? Anybody? Anybody got some of this for the bunkos?
This is long. I'm going to read that one.
Oh, what a nice message.
Okay, we're going to have to read that one in a second because it looks pretty fabulous, this message. But, you guys, bunko night tomorrow at my house. We're hosting. Friends themed. Yep, Friends themed. Bunko
Super
night.
excited.
We're super excited. So now we're going to have to plan our recipes and finish decorations. And we're going to get prizes for bunko. And if you don't like our style of like home decor things, sorry, you're not going to like the bunko prizes. But we think they're pretty fabulous. So, yeah. Bunko night tomorrow. I'm excited.
That's fun.
I'm excited.
We'll have to post pictures.
Friends night. Oh, if you guys have any idea of good Friends food, like we're thinking of like Friends food items.
Food.
Yeah, Friends themed food. Send it to us because we need ideas for that.
Yeah, so far I've only found things like Monica's lasagna, Joey's sub sandwiches or pizza.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Like
the
very
Nestle Toulouse cookies. We're definitely making
Nestle
those.
Tutus.
So we're definitely making those. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Mockolet? Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Mockolet.
Mockolet. Yeah, and
Which
then
I think
of course
should be, like fudge would be fun.
yeah. And of course Rachel's trifle.
Yeah, we have to have.
We have to have the trifle. So, yeah,
That
we're
should be
excited
fun.
for our friends party.
We have the dessert covered.
We're
We're not sure about the food.
Not sure about real food. So, all right. Well, thanks for tuning in, you guys. Remember, be nice. Be nice
Be
to
kind.
people out there. Be nice to other decorators.
Be kind to everybody.
Yeah.
You never know
For
what
sure.
somebody's going through.
Never know. Nope. So.
Have a great week.